Hello, I'm Karen Dudley, Senior Pastor of the Dallas International Street Church. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I just want to share with you personally what's going on with the Dallas International Street Church. We'll be celebrating our 13th year anniversary on December the 3rd, 2010 at 7 o'clock, and you are all invited. Who would have thought it? On December the 3rd, 1997, when we opened in a little storefront at 420 South Irvay in downtown Dallas, right across from the library and the Dallas City Hall. We opened with my daddy's old piano and sandwiches made by Billy and Barbara Jones and Garvis and Luann Tillery. And we went out to the streets and we began to invite people to come to our service. We had a few come in that night, but little by little, we grew to where we had a service every night in downtown Dallas. It became a place of refuge for people that were so absolutely broken. You know, many times I can remember preaching the word, cleaning the toilets, doing whatever it was necessary, cooking beans on a hot plate in order to make these services happen. It was so awesome to see God at work and see how God began to change lives in the inner city of Dallas, Texas. One time I can remember, you know, looking back on this journey, it's been so awesome. But I can remember one time when I was trying to scrape together the rent money, I can remember calling my landlord and saying, you know what, Fred, I am on my way with a check for the rent. Little did he know that I didn't have the rent check. And I can remember him asking me, Karen, are you speaking by faith or do you really have the rent money? You know, he said that with a tongue in his cheek, I'm sure, because he had worked with me so awesomely, you know, as we were in the beginning stages of our ministry. But it was so wonderful what God did right before I left to go over to visit with my landlord. A lady walked in with a check for the exact amount of money that we needed for our rent that day. I'm sharing this with you because miracles have just overflowed in this ministry from day one, and I am so grateful to God. Over the years, we've had so many people that have come in through our ministry, people who have lost everything, people with serious addictions, serious life issues, the mentally ill, people coming out of prison. And we are so grateful that God made a place for many of these people, and they are back and restored to their families and society again. We moved from that little place on Irvay to South Dallas. It was a journey that we started. We were there for 6 years in downtown Dallas, and then we began to move around in South Dallas. For 2 years of the time that we were, I'll say, in the wilderness, we had church in a tent. And you know, I used to think that tents were fun. They were intriguing to me, tent revivals. But I can tell you that every day, without fail, we had service in our tent. Come rain, snow, shine, whatever it was. And by the end of that 2-year period, you know, I said, Lord, do we really have to go on like this? And that morning in a church service in that tent, after 2 years of being in the tent, I made an announcement that we were going to be moving to our new location. Little did I know that there was a man in our audience that morning that came up to me after the service and he said, Pastor Karen, you need to call my pastor. We're getting ready to move out to a place on 2nd Avenue. So I called his pastor the very next day. We made a deal on this building where we are right now at 2706 2nd Avenue in South Dallas, and we moved within 2 weeks to this location. God has blessed us in this location. We now have our church building. We now have our building next door, which is our thrift store, and our soon to hopefully will be our life skills training center. It will be a place where the community can gather and a refuge, a place of safety. You know, we still have church every day, Tuesday through Friday at 7 in the evening. We always serve a hot meal. We have about 35 people in our discipleship program now. And, you know, that has just been so inspirational to so many people. We have men and women who have actually gotten back with their families. We have one young lady that actually came and she had lost her children. And she went through her CPS classes and spent about 6 months with us, and today she has her own apartment and she is back with her children. We have another couple, Roy and Mia, who recently got married in our ministry. They have 2 years clean. Mia got her GED while being here, and she is now in her second semester of El Centro, and today she started a first day of her new job. So God is in the restoration business. I'm sure that there must be somebody that's watching me here even now. You may have something in your life or in your family that you need a touch from Jesus. Well, I want you to know that He can do it. Whatever your need, He can do it. One thing I do want to share with you, and this is real exciting. Like I said, we moved from downtown Dallas, housing probably 30 disciples in our building in downtown. And when we moved to South Dallas, we went into a different sort of housing situation. And it's been at times difficult to find enough housing for the number of people who have these huge needs. So after going around different places and trying to find housing for our people, I know that you've heard the saying, "Not in my backyard." Well, we have faced "not in my backyard." But we had some precious folks that stepped up when they saw the kind of issues that we were facing, trying to have a housing place for our people to be restored back to God, family, and society. And they came forth and they actually have purchased for us some land in the country, and they are building a life skills retreat training center. So that is scheduled to be finished in February of 2011. It will house about 100 people, men, women, and families. So we are very excited about that. As a matter of fact, we're going to be talking about that at our upcoming anniversary celebration on December the 3rd. So I hope you will come and join us. Please go to my website. You will be able to see more of what's going on with us, as well as the invitation to the anniversary celebration. You are invited. I hope that you will join us. You can RSVP. You can email me at streetsofdallas@yahoo.com. Karen Dudley. You can go to my website. You can call me at 214-928-9595. I would love to talk with you about what kind of opportunities are available right here in your inner city in Dallas, Texas, for you to put your hands to the plow. In Matthew 25:35, He said, "I was hungry and you fed me. I was naked and you clothed me. I was in prison and you came to visit me." And you say, "Lord, when did I do that?" He said, "When you've done it unto the least of these my brethren, you have done it unto me." On that day will He say, "I knew you not. You did not feed, you did not clothe, you did not visit." Today, I want to encourage you to please come and join us. The Bible said that the harvest is truly plentiful and the laborers are so few. And that is so true. We need you here at the Dallas International Street Church. God bless you and thank you for joining me today.